I'm Janet Connor, author of, creator of Your Soul Wants Five Things. Your Soul Wants Five Things is a mystical system, a system of 5 maps or deep soul explorations that help you deeply address the 5 things your soul wants and create mystical prayer practices to keep those 5 things alive. We begin every year with the first thing your soul wants, writing down your soul in January. And then I offer soul vows in the early spring. And Find Your Soul's Purpose, the book will be out in March, usually starts in June. And I teach the creativity courses in the summer. I'll be working on those books next year. And the year always wraps up with the Lotus and the Lily, because the fifth thing your soul wants is to create life. Using all the soul talents that you have and probably have not maximized, you have the capacity, following the wisdom and original teachings of Buddha and Jesus, the Lotus and the Lily, who said exactly the same thing, that it's not about what we want, as it is promulgated in so much popular literature under the auspices of the law of attraction. That's not what the masters taught. They said that when you live the fertile conditions that your soul came here to express, then the life that wants to be lived in and through and as you comes to the fore. And you end up living a life beyond anything you could possibly have asked for or wanted or expected. Now, you've been joining me in this deep soul exploration every year since 2010, when I told you the story in my newsletter that I created this incredibly simple intention mandala, not understanding really what I was doing, but I was facing bankruptcy and I was scared. And so I created this intention mandala and focused for 30 days, and actually for the rest of my life. But in the first 30 days, I focused on my 6 conditions. At the end of January, I was no longer bankrupt. Well, that got my attention. It got the attention of all of you reading my newsletter, and you've been flocking to the Lotus and Lily course ever since. And hundreds of you, probably a couple thousand of you, have your own magnificent stories to tell about the miracles, the astonishing doors that open when you create and live your soul conditions captured on your intention mandala. So this year, of course, I'm getting ready to offer the Lotus and Lily, but this year is different. This year is so sacred. This year is so special. And I've been talking about this all year. 2016, when you add up those single digits, is a 9-year. And that means it's the completion of a 9-year cycle. That 9-year cycle began in 2008. Now, I don't know about you, but I was not conscious of this in 2008. But since then, I've become a little bit of a student of numerology. And I see the vibration of the 1 leading to the 2, leading to the 3 in creativity, 4 in structure, and so on, leading to where we are today in 2016 with this year of completion, wholeness, compassion, cosmic awareness, forgiveness at the deepest level. And every 9 year is precious, but this 9-year, 216, that's a double 108, and 108 is the number of the sacred feminine in all traditions. It's been an astonishing year, and this year will not come again. The energy of this 9-year will not come until 2160, when you and I, at least in this form, will not be here. It's a very sacred moment. And so in preparation for this deep soul exploration, moving from the 9, this is a 9 in sign language, to the 1, 2017 is a 1 year. This is the year of the divine feminine, and we step into the energy of the divine masculine. Completion, newness. It's quite a bridge. It can almost feel like a gap. The other years gently flow one to another, but the 9 transition to the 1. I see it as a bridge. And right now, we can look across that bridge and ask ourselves, what do I want to carry? What do I want to let go of? How can I really fulfill the maximum potential of this 9-year? How can I bring it to a sacramental close? And how can I step into the full capacity, my soul's capacity, to live a 1 year? And so the Lotus and the Lily, now you know this from taking my courses, they deepen every year, but this year the Lotus and Lily is really expanding. I've asked Ruth Dreyer, the world famous numerologist and author of The Power in Numbers, to please be with us on a very special day. We've never done this before. On November the 16th, chosen very carefully because that's a 9 vibration day, we're going to have a special session just with Ruth to talk about the vibration of the universal years, the vibration of the personal year, balancing the two, the numbers. How do we prepare for 1 year? The woman is the deepest student of numerology, 40 years of her life, and the author of the book on numerology, The Power in Numbers. And so she's going to be with us. And then I thought, well, now, wait a second. We need something very special on one day to step over that bridge. And Margot Mastro Marchi, in a very rare and the first time ever exclusive to the Lotus and Lily, is joining us on Friday, December 16th, because that's a 1 day. We will have just completed all of the classwork, and we will be stepping into that place of creating our intention mandala for 2017. And I asked Margaret to please ask the angels. And they said yes, yes. For the members of the Lotus and Lily, there will be this sacred, exciting opportunity to ask the angels in soul community your questions about this 1 year, this new beginning, the energy, what's happening in the cosmos. How can we fulfill this magnificent one energy? And then I have a special gift too. I never feel I have enough time to talk about the mandala, because you see that bookshelf behind me, one entire shelf are books on the mandalas. Jung wrote 5 alone. I've got so much information about the mandala. And so now that I have this visual platform, I'm going to record a full-length video showing you all the information I know and have about the cosmic nature. Why is a mandala the engine of change? What are the 2 engines of change? What did Jung teach us about the mandala? What about Jose Arguelles, who wrote the book on the mandala? I'm going to share all of that with you. And then, in the Lotus and Lily, in the second week, we always look back. Well, we're going to be looking back to 2008. And so I am creating a chart to help you look back. What were these years? What was your personal year? What was the universal year? What was happening in this year? And then in the 4th week, we look forward. Well, a chart to help you look forward to, are you ready for this? To 2025. We don't get a lot of these 9-year cycles. This is such a sacred time. And if you're anything like me, this is the first time I'm conscious that I am standing on the bridge between the completion of a 9-year cycle and the beginning of a 9-year cycle. Walk with me across that bridge, will you? I adore this course. I adore the Lotus and Lily. I adore the teachings of Buddha and Jesus, but this year feels so, so, so precious, so sacred. Now, I think you've heard me say I have room for seats, so to speak, for 70 people in the course. And I will be offering a free conversation about it on November 7th, the Monday before the course starts. Please register for the conversation on November 7th. But please don't wait to register, because there is only room for 70 people live with Ruth, with me, with Marco. Now, that doesn't mean you can't register after the 70 are full. You certainly can. I never turn anybody away for any of my deep soul explorations, because your soul wants these 5 things. But it would mean that you would receive the recordings after the fact and not be live on the call. And so please register right now. Oh, and when you register, you're going to look at the registration numbers and think, Janet's lost her mind. These numbers are so weird. No, they're not. In honor of 2017 and this sacred masculine one energy, I lowered all of the registration fees to numbers that vibrate as a one. That felt very important to me. Next year, we can go back to the normal registration, but it felt so sacred to me. And I've also created for the first time a bring a friend. So please, get your copy of the Lotus and the Lily, register for the course, and join me as we cross the bridge from the sacred, sacred divine feminine to the sacred masculine. Why? So that you can live the life that wants to be lived in and through and as you, and only